Get ready for chills and thrills at Hometown Haunts and Hops Horror Convention here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Join us for a spine-tingling day of horror-filled fun on October 28th at the Mayflower Brewing Company. Meet horror actor Matthew G. Taylor from Resident Evil and dive into a macabre world of cinema and literature. Sip on chilling brews, indulge in ghastly treats, and immerse yourself in a haunted atmosphere. Whether you're a horror buff or just seeking an unforgettable experience, Hometown Haunts and Hops has it all. Don't miss out on the eerie excitement. Secure your tickets now by heading on over to inebriart.com. Go to our events calendar, and in October you will find the link for Hometown Haunts and Hops, which is sponsored by HalloweenNewEngland.com. HalloweenNewEngland.com is the website for the truly Halloween obsessed, with the most extensive guides to New England haunted houses, ghost tours, classic horror film screenings, jack-o'-lantern festivals, haunted hayrides, and more. They've got all the thrills covered throughout September and October, with over 2,500 Halloween events on their events calendar and hundreds of local Halloween attractions. It's the only place you'll find everything from haunted history tours and costume contests to which haunts are open on Thursday nights. HalloweenNewEngland.com has your Halloween covered and is sponsoring Hometown Haunts and Hops this year.
Saturday, and I turned around and I was like, let's go!
You're like, fuck. This is what
But it was a good thing we had Steve, because when he was gone for that friggin' 4 hours,
rough.
he was up here drinking.
I know. I couldn't
Loser.
believe it. We sent him up to get more cheese because we were starting to run out. And he came up here, he grabbed the stuff.
Literally at the bottom of the hill.
And he came up and he grabbed the stuff, sat down, and had a beer.
Yeah. It was Darlene, I need cheese and napkins. She goes, okay. He goes, not yet. I sit at the bar for a couple.
In all fairness, he did say, he's like, well, I figured someone would text me in the next 5 seconds and be like, oh, we forgot this, or oh, we need more of this. So he's like, I guess I'll just stay here.
We couldn't have done it
minute.
without him, because
no.
once it got hectic,
and
he was up here, I'm like, I'm getting dizzy going like this.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm glad I came up with that system. Worked pretty well.
police system.
You came up with that system? Get the fuck out of here.
Welcome back to the Bar Talk Podcast. I'm Andy of Inebriart, and I am joined today by Jess Hamill of New World Tavern.
Hi.
Karl Heine of New World Tavern and Tolson's Tap and Tavern.
Hello, everybody.
And I feel like Dan's sleepy. Are you sleepy, Dan?
I feel
Good.
like
I was the
gonna
first
say,
one
I
here.
know, but you were like rubbing your eye. And that's Dan Mahoney of South Boston.
Sup?
What were you guys talking about?
We're talking about the waterfront festival that we just had. I'm still sleepy from it.
So for listeners outside of Plymouth, it's an annual festival. I think the
Which is
Chamber
all
of
five
Commerce puts it on.
I believe so, yeah.
Hey, we have a lot of fans. Shut up.
I know. Hi, fans.
That's why it's so breezy in here. That's for you, Karl.
Wow. What a good dad
You
joke.
blew me away with that one.
But you
Just
said
want to
what,
circulate that around.
there was like 50,000 people there or something?
Yeah, they estimated 50,000 people at the
Wild.
waterfront.
And I heard you guys
Where are all those
lasted longer.
50,000
And they
parking spots?
all sucked in my oxygen all day long.
And we were outside. That's impressive.
I know.
That's an extra amount of
But
oxygen.
that's a whole, like, why do you do the Waterfront Festival?
Why not?
Oh, Andy, why do we do anything? Because someone tells us we have to.
Yeah.
We do it to try to make money.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we
Well, I
do
suppose
it.
Money, money,
yeah.
money.
Is it worth moving your restaurant operations one block?
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
really at the end of the road.
Literally.
I mean, I think because we can come up and run and get stuff if
Yeah.
we need to. So, unlike other restaurants or catering businesses that
Yeah.
do it down there, if they don't have it, they don't have it.
You really are
Right.
fucked if you don't have a spot like
Yeah.
right here. You can
Yep.
walk. Because I
Yeah.
remember when we did it,
Yep.
like my first year in Plymouth, we ran out of food.
Yeah.
And like, you have to walk a mile. I'm like, yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
home.
goodbye.
I don't work here.
Yeah, no, it's and even like if you have a food truck, I mean, if you don't stock that truck, you can't leave. You
And
can't
you
take your truck and leave and go back to your restaurant and then come back and
Yeah.
And you can only
continue.
stock so much on a truck.
Right, you can,
mean-
right, exactly.
Because not everyone's going to get your food, but,
Right.
I mean,
Well,
How
here's
many
the thing:
customers do you
when
have?
right, but here's the thing: in the beginning, yeah, not everyone's gonna get your food. But when the guy next to you runs out of their food, and then
Yeah.
the other guy next to you runs out of their food, then they're all gonna come get your food because you're the last option.
right.
So like, that's kind of what happened to us.
Would you rather be the first guy to run out of food or the last guy?
I'd like to be the second to last guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's. See, does that not make
Why?
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Why?
okay, so example, All Town Fresh, which is the gas station that does like really good. They ran out first. The first time they had ever done it, they ran out first. And then Food Court right next to them, which is a new restaurant in downtown Plymouth, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
First time doing it. They ran out of food, and then everyone started to ship down our end. So like the guy that was next to us selling sausages and like fried Oreos and gyros or however you pronounce it, like they started to get busy, and then we started to get busy, and then the other it started to move down. It's always kind of funny. It seemed like the people all the way to the left of us started to run out of food first, and then they all started to move down to the right.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the first person, and I certainly don't want to be the last person there. So it's kind of like I'd rather let everybody run out of food, and then we get our business, and then we're out of food by like 3:30, 4 o'clock. It goes till 6 o'clock. We're able to just relax because it's go from. I mean, it starts at 10 a.m., but we were running from 11 a.m.
Yeah, but
till
we were setting up at 7:30.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like constantly moving without stopping, serving food from 11 a.m. to when we ran out of food around 3:30. It's just constant moving.
Yeah.
So I don't mind running out of food 2.5 hours early because
so why would
Well,
you
a lot of
be
people.
first then?
A lot of people.
Because-
after 3 o'clock, they don't eat because
Right.
everybody's already had lunch.
Right, yeah.
So it's not a big push after 3 o'clock.
Right.
I mean, you get some lines, but after 3 o'clock, it kind of slows down anyway.
Yep.
So you're not missing a huge amount of sales.
I don't want to be first because it's embarrassing to be first. First.
Well, and if you're
without-
first,
without-
then
First you
that's
didn't
just
plan
a
right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
You just didn't plan right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah,
All right, second.
right. Nah.
Because it's when you run out that early, I feel like you're the one losing sales.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If you sold everything you brought, you can't lose.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Potential sales.
yeah, potential. So like last
Because you're
year,
stuck there for the day. It's
Yeah,
not like
you
you get
can't
to
go
pack up
anywhere.
and go home.
Yeah, but like you said, you want to run out and sit around and relax. What's
Right.
better than relaxing for 5 straight hours? Carl can sit there and work on his stand-up
right?
routine.
I mean, look, he worked
That's
on
the
it
hardest
the
thing
entire
is-
time we were there. So
Yeah, if you
food
leave
or no
Carl-
food, he's still running his jokes.
Carl with idle hands is rough because
Yeah.
I might scare away business. So that's why I get why you don't want to run out first.
People
Yeah.
person.
You're a person.
Yeah, you are
And
a
even
person.
then, it's beatable.
Yeah,
So I
Facts.
was, that day I was up in Lowell at a...
That sucks. I'm sorry.
I know. It's like oof,
Working that sawmill,
rough.
No.
the tannery,
A dispensary.
swimming in that lake.
So this
River.
dispensary we work with was
Lake.
having their block party.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a band and vendors and food trucks and whatever. So I have what my opinion would be if it was me. So there's a food
No
truck.
one cares about your opinion.
That's why I'm going to ask you for your opinion.
Oh, sweet. Everyone loves
so there's a
mine.
The
food
people
truck.
want.
Don't make Karl yell at you for
Yeah.
crosstalk.
I wait for pauses.
Right.
So there's a food truck there. It was a brewery's food truck, so they actually had 4 beer taps on the outside.
Oh.
Which I thought was pretty cool. Then there's a barbecue place, and then there was a Chinese food place.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese food place was giving away free food samples.
Aha.
How would you feel if you were those other two? 'Cause
I
know
have
as a-
been the free food sample person in a place where you pay for your food, and it is not fun. I'll tell you that. Because you get swamped, and then you're right, everybody gets aggravated because you're giving out free whatever. And it doesn't matter that it's a sample.
Yeah.
Like, people just want free.
It was a pretty good sample size. Like I mean,
Yeah. So,
But why are they doing that? What do they get out of that?
Well, they're,
exposure.
What's their
They're-
rate
they're-
of return?
promoting they're trying to get people to go, this is good food, I'm going to go down the street.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever been to a mall, Carl. They have these things called the food courts.
Oh.
And often Chinese restaurants stand outside and give free samples.
Right.
So I think it's just
Yeah.
part of their business.
Yeah.
I was going to say culture, but that might be insensitive.
But you said it anyway, so
I
it's
did
fine.
say it anyway.
But I mean,
I walked around and thought about it and said, let's still say it.
but I
do
mean,
it
it's
anyway.
even like they even do it at grocery stores. I'm like, there's a reason
Yeah.
why you give out free samples.
Yeah.
So hopefully people go, that's good, I'm going to try it.
So
When was the last time you saw a free sample at a grocery store?
Pre-COVID.
doesn't yeah. Now the only free samples that you see are like, try this new moist towelette. It's like I don't want to touch it.
This bleach mouthwash.
Right, yeah. Yeah, actually, there was one year that when I worked for the BBC that we did the Waterfront Festival, and we just did samples. We didn't charge. We gave out chowder, which
I
was
think that's
our
the one
first,
I worked with you.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That was the first mistake. The second mistake was that they put us directly next to the Plymouth Rock. Like, we couldn't get any closer to the rock unless we were in it.
Yeah.
And so we were just fucked for fucking hours because not only is it chowder, which is what every tourist wants when they come to fucking Plymouth anyway, but we were right next to the fucking rock. And that was... That whole day was a nightmare day. We didn't know what time we were supposed to be there. We showed up and, like, all the vendors were already fucking selling shit. We were like, wait a minute, what time did this start? Like, it was poor planning on our part, but
That was the first and last Waterfront Festival I ever
literally.
worked.
It was the first Waterfront that they did.
Yeah.
But I remember Cabbie Shack, who's known for their chowder, was not far from us. And I remember them being pissed off because we were giving out free samples of chowder.
Yeah.
Instead of... And it was like 4-ounce cups. I mean, that's...
There's those little... It was like those little ketchup cups you get from McDonald's, the paper ones.
Yeah. It was like, just the little 4-ounce cups, which was enough for people.
Yeah.
Or they'd be like, can I have 5? I have so-and-so over there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
really, they're just
And
eating
then
all
just
5.
doing
Yeah.
shots of it.
Shots of
And
chowder.
my philosophy was, the sooner this is gone, the sooner I'm gone. So
Right, yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a day where we ran out really early.
Yep.
I think like 1 o'clock. And it started at 10.
Yeah.
Not even, I
mean,
think.
I just saw that. And the guy was super nice.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I was at food truck, because they were directly across from the food truck.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, if you're going to give away free samples, I feel like there's something that's got to go with it, right? So, like, the next event that we had done after that nightmare of a Waterfront Festival was the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and there's a tent where that's all you really do is you give away samples. You pay to get in the food tent, and then everybody in there just gives away samples.
Yeah.
But we don't see any of that money as far as, like, people paying to get in the tent. Like, so we pay to be there, but we don't get money in return. So my thought that following November was, let's give out like some sort of card that you get X amount of percentage off if you present this specific card because you came and you can see if it's coming back to you. And then at first they were like, oh, that's a great idea. And then they were like, well, because they had multiple locations, at 13 locations at the time. They're like, well, how can we track that if they can go to any of them? And I'm like, you make a button and it just is like Waterfront Festival, and you have the whole report for the entire company, and you say, oh, okay, we got this many people, we handed out this many cards, we got this many back, it worked, they came, whatever.
Yeah,
And they ended up not...
what location you're getting them.
Yep.
At, yeah.
And they were like, no, that sounds like a lot of work, we're not going to do it. Okay, fine.
Sounds about right.
Okay, fine. So we're just giving away free stuff, no big whoop.
Because why would you? Because I feel like a lot of, like, I feel like Karl wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere. And
Well, I feel like that wouldn't work for us because, especially for the parade day, it's a lot of tourists.
Yeah.
So we're not necessarily getting a lot of people that are from, I mean, we are, but from Plymouth. So what would make somebody that maybe came down from New Hampshire to come to see the parade, why would they come back all the way to Plymouth to use something that's like a 10% off coupon? You know what I mean? Whereas, like, the British Beer Company had 13 locations in 3 different states. Like, it could have worked in that regard.
But even something that's, smaller scale, more like, say, tree lighting.
Right.
But, like, if you're not going to track it to see if it's working,
then you're just
guessing.
Yeah. you know, and then I just have nightmares about the day for like a week straight.
Yep. That day, tree lighting day.
Yep.
Waterfront
The
Festival
tree
day.
lighting is only terrible because of I shouldn't say terrible, it's
Terrible.
tough.
I'll say it.
because of
Hate
the
it.
road race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden everyone's coming in with their Santa hats and their white tutus and
They're blackout drunk
yep.
from running.
Yep.
Drinking.
Although, hey, look, I've gathered a lot of Yetis from people that are runners that just accidentally leave them here. So at least I get something out of it.
Tis the season
Guys-
of giving.
Guys, Carl's walked away. He's on a very important business call.
Yeah.
It's not the call's not to me, so it can't be that important.
It's his psychologist.
They won't let me talk, guys.
First, I told them not to interrupt me, and now they won't even let me speak. So I'm just gonna walk away, and I'm gonna pretend to talk to somebody
Yeah.
on the
All
phone.
right, let's do some.
Wait, I have a topic.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Go on.
Because we're on this thing.
We're
And
on a roll.
It gives you time to look up more than one question at a time.
How can I have more than one question on my screen?
So
You know how to
scroll?
multi-screen?
It's on my phone.
Tabs?
Yeah, it's called new technologies.
It's called screenshots, Andy.
Yeah.
I gotta
that's
get one of
also
your new
true.
fancy.
Yeah.
It
I
is a
know.
screenshot.
You need a Jess in your life. You're becoming a Karl. All right, so Waterfront Festival
Yeah,
is at the end of the summer.
yeah.
Like, do you guys have like an unofficial like time like that's a change of season for you? Like for us, moving week, the September 1st
Oh
week.
yes,
Oh.
Is
yeah,
when we go from slow to immediately crazy.
yeah.
So
I guess
for-
Waterfront
sorry,
Festival could be.
just for listeners who aren't local. Moving week
Oh.
is when all the kids
Yeah,
come into school.
Yeah, they move into college.
Everyone,
Yeah.
it's like the least changeover. So like
Yeah.
everyone that lived in South Boston
Yeah.
or just Boston in general.
Yeah.
It's not just Southie. It's like North
yeah.
End. So
It's everywhere.
Boston's a
Someone
transient
gets,
city.
someone gets
Look at that
word.
word.
Someone gets their truck stuck under a bridge.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
that-
yep.
Yep.
That happens twice a year in the
Yep.
summer and in the fall.
Yep.
Yeah, it's everyone moves like at least a changeover if you move back from school and
Yep.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my question for you, Karl, is: do you have an unofficial season change date?
No.
No.
But we do change, but it's not an official season
Right.
change.
Like business wise, when you go from like
Yeah, like
busy,
he was
your
saying,
business-
like,
your busy
for him-
season
Oh,
to-
busy season. I thought you meant like menu wise. You
Oh,
know,
no.
flip over the menu.
No, he was saying like
No.
his they know that they're about to get their ass kicked once the kids move back into college, right?
Yeah. August
So they
1st,
have
I
that.
have a month.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
prepare,
No,
mentally
we-
prepare and
Yeah.
physically
It all
prepare.
depends. If it's a crappy weekend on Labor Day weekend, we'll be packed.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's a beautiful weekend, everybody wants to do the last days at the beach and
Yeah.
do all
Yeah.
that stuff. So it all depends on the weather, but usually halfway through September, that's
Yeah.
when we get busy
Yeah.
because it gets cooler out. At night, it gets darker a little earlier.
Well,
so
yeah.
people aren't really sitting outside
Yeah.
as
I
much as
guess
they were.
I could say the Waterfront Festival would be kind of our cap because then that's when we start talking about Halloween, Parade Day,
Yep.
all the holidays, New Year's, like so that kind. And those are, I mean, we're busier in the fall and winter anyway. So I guess that would be kind of the cap because come the summertime, we don't tend to do a lot of extra things because it's just tough for us not being on the water. Everybody wants to be on the water, so I put the effort in to put these big events on if it's not always going to work. So like in the summer, we don't talk about stuff very much, like what's the next event, what's the next holiday, what's the next thing. But yeah, I guess like August, that's when we start talking about
Yeah.
all the other big days.
You
So I
start
guess-
looking ahead to the.
yeah, like looking ahead. Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, when me and Karl were on the phone, we were talking about Parade Day, and then he goes, "Well, we got 6 months to figure it out." I go, "We have 2."
Yeah.
It's just that's.
But I
kind
mean,
of
we've
our-
done Parade Day, for almost 13 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we know
and you still don't know. What
it's
you're
the
doing.
only thing. The only worry we have is rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not worried about if it gets too cold.
Did you
too
really
hot.
just fucking put that into the universe? Did you
Snow?
put snow in there?
Snow, everybody would come out.
But yeah, I mean, Inebriart has the same kind of thing. It is the second week in September.
Yeah,
Our summers are dismal for ticket sales. They're easily we do half of what we do any other month.
yeah,
But it's not the first week in September.
Right.
'Cause everyone's going back to
Yeah,
school,
yep.
and then they're like, "Oh my god, I can't handle 2 things at once." But after the kids are back at school and they're kind of on a new schedule, that's when 90% of our clientele is
Yeah.
like 30 to 50-year-old moms, and that's when they're like, "I've had too much. I need a night.
I need to drink some wine.
We're going out for girls'
And
night."
paint a
My
ball.
Xanax isn't enough.
But that's when we see the switch over. That's
Yeah.
when we start to plan like the holiday shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dan, do you go out and watch all the trucks get stuck under the bridge when they move in?
No, I just sit in that extra traffic caused by it. Luckily, it's on Starro Drive in Boston.
Yeah.
So for all you non-Bostonian listeners, do not drive a truck on Starro Drive because you'll get
Yes.
stuck under a ridiculously low bridge for no
Yeah.
reason.
Well, people used to be littler back then.
I guess so.
Were their trucks littler?
Yeah, little people, little trucks. Hello.
Or some buggies. But I mean, I watch it's weird. 'Cause it's on a Friday this year.
Oh,
When
that's
it's not,
strange.
I'll watch, like I said, in the window. I'll see moving truck, or
Yeah.
you can tell if you work the 31st when you leave that night. You can see people already have their rental trucks parked off and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and you're like, oh,
Here it
a
is.
storm's a brewing.
Here it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw that. Oof.
But then there's the whole thing. It's called Southie Christmas or North End. I don't know if it's called. It doesn't sound as fun to say North End Christmas, but it's when everyone moves out. For some reason they just get rid of all their stuff. So
Oh, they
people
just
go
throw it on
around,
the
right?
side of the streets?
Yeah, if you're moving into Boston, you can go around, find new furniture, new whatever you need.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They just put it out there like it's the Bermuda Triangle?
I guess,
Just like,
yeah.
Here you
pretty
go.
much. I didn't realize I was thinking. So my friend was North End. He's like, yeah, this time's awesome. I gotta go get a new deck for my roof and all that. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
a new table for his roof.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking silly.
Look at this sweet new couch on the sidewalk the other day.
It smells a little funky.
Yep.
Just put breeze in, it'll be
Yeah.
alright.
We'll flip the cushions.
Don't put the black light on it.
When in the spring, when does this? Is there a specific date or event that the season switch back?
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
No, I would say St. Patrick's Day is
Oh, you mean when it gets busier again from the winter?
I don't know. Just
Well,
the
just
season
changes
change,
for whatever.
Not for
Yeah, I
us.
guess after St. Patrick's Day, we start to slow down.
well, we
for
don't
a
slow
little
down.
bit.
It all depends on what happens. In May, if it's a beautiful May, we'll be slow.
Yeah.
If it's a crappy May and it's still kind of wet and it's a wet spring, maybe not
Yeah.
as warm,
Yeah.
then we'll still be
Yeah.
busy. And then the summer hits and everybody goes outside and outside decks and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
it'll be
that,
slow.
that the spring to summer change isn't as
Yeah.
obvious.
Right.
For us, it
It's
is.
traumatic, yeah.
Yeah. But it also changes too. We're very reliant on sports teams. So the last couple of
Yeah.
years, at least one team's played into June.
Right.
So we'll stay a little busier. But if those couple years where
Yeah, if
all
we have
us-
one year where everybody just sucks.
everyone's out by the end of May, then from Memorial Day on, it's just slow.
Yeah, that's
over.
us. That sucks too. Yeah. I guess I didn't think about that. Because
Yeah.
you're right. We're New England. We're so used to having all of our sports teams play all the way until
Yeah.
they end, and now.
And plus, for here, it's probably not as drastic because you guys are still
Yeah,
from
for
the
us
ocean.
it's
So
not,
you'll still
yeah.
get that summer tourist foot traffic where it's for us,
Yeah.
everyone's like, right, we're going on vacation now.
Yeah.
well, a lot of people. I know my father when he was working years and years ago. Their summer was July, August, and September.
Yeah,
So a lot of people still have September. They consider it
Yeah.
summer vacation.
yeah.
Can't get any summer beer. It's all Oktoberfest by then.
I
but-
know, seriously.
How many pumpkins you
I
got
was
on?
gonna say, do you have pumpkin?
We only got one pumpkin.
We
This
only
one.
have
okay.
one pumpkin.
For now or forever?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I already put on the draft list under all the categories. I just wrote for pumpkin. I was like, is it fall already? And then I put pumpkin.
It's so funny. It's like it is either that's all people want, or in a particular year, people will be like, pumpkin beer.
I know.
Well,
But
I think a few years ago when everybody had their pumpkin,
Yeah.
nobody would drink it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then nobody's making pumpkin now, but a
Right.
couple of breweries.
Yeah.
And people are coming in. You put it on August 15th, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not drinking that. It's still the middle of summer."
Can't
And
get
then the
one
next
real quick.
week, it's my biggest seller.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people
uh,
come in and complain about it, but they still buy it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So he's like, oh, it's pumpkins on already? I guess I'll have one.
oh, fine.
Can you put extra
Can I put
cinnamon
extra
sugar on
caramel?
it?
Yeah.
It's
I
doing,
guess I'll
Chris-
lick my glass.
doing Christmas resets work in retail. Like
Yeah.
people would bitch at you, be like, "Oh, it's only September. You're already doing Christmas," as they're putting Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Then stop fucking buying
I
it."
know, right? Yeah. This is why we.
I
do
heard
those
someone
things.
complain the other day that Halloween candy was out, and I
Yeah.
was like, "How are you mad that there's just more candy
Bulk
for you to
candy,
fucking
yeah.
buy? Like, there's no bad
If you're
part
gonna
of Halloween
complain
candy meal.
about Halloween candy, complain that it's fucking getting smaller.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
The
Well,
fun
that's a different
size is not fun
podcast.
anymore.
I'm not having fun eating this. I think in like fall like flavors of beer and stuff, people don't really want pumpkin anymore. But like all the fall flavors are going crazy. So like last year I brought in a bunch of like either apple, like I think I did like an apple cinnamon sour, and that went like crazy, sold out. So like people just want the fall nostalgic. They want the
cider
cozy
donuts.
little scarves and their fedora hats and their UGG boots and their fucking White Claw pumpkin spice.
I can't wait till that. That is a thing. I feel like they made that last year.
I think so. Bud Light did like a fall
Maybe it's Bud Light
seltzer
seltzer,
thing,
yeah.
and I almost was like, "Is this a joke that just turned serious?" Because
think it was.
people were buying
I feel
it.
like it's when memes come
But you
real.
say that you say that about a Bud Light, but every small local brewery is doing something funky, stupid
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
IPAs, and nobody cares. But if you do
Right.
something fall, you're like, oh, what are they doing that for?
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them try it. I mean, whatever sells.
Listen, someone probably made a pumpkin ale one day, and they're like, "What the fuck? That's stupid."
Yeah.
You know? That guy
Yeah.
sits at home, fucking
Yeah.
punching the
Ranking
ball,
it as-
rocking back and forth. He's
Right.
like, "I said it was stupid. I said it was stupid."
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, Down East did the cider donut, and like you
couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But that's where I don't agree with these small breweries, because some of them are against pumpkins. They're like, we'll never do a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So why would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it was?
Gotta try everything once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if you
What
say
if you could sell another 300 kegs?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only
Why
reason
would
I
you do
say
it?
that is like if it's too
an additional
expensive to
line.
do it. Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't even really know of Shipyard Brewery
until the pumpkin beer.
until Pumpkin Beer came out.
100%.
So that was like
Tell
their
me
defining
three
beer
other
for
beers
a
from
while. Yeah. For a long time, like if you said Shipyard, everybody just assumed you were talking about Pumpkin.
Do you know
Never
any
mind
other
the other
Shipyards,
brews
Andy?
that they
Right.
make.
The Quincy Shipyard.
No, the shit.
No, I couldn't even tell you any other beer they make.
I mean, I know they made a watermelon ale, or like
That was
a
pretty good
wheat-
too, though.
That one was pretty good. It's funny because I can see all their tap handles, but I can't name the beer.
The funny part is I can also tell you the second pumpkin beer that I came across. I'm like, ooh.
What was it?
Was Traveler.
Okay.
Oh, the Jack O'
The
Lantern.
Jacko Traveler.
Yeah, Jack O'
that was
Traveler.
great.
I really like the Dogfish
The
pumpkin. Then you add a little vanilla vodka to it.
A little Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already fucking 8%.
High test,
Yeah.
yeah. Jesus. But you
Yeah.
know, what we couldn't sell was Post Road by Brooklyn Brewery. It was it's a pumpkin beer, but it's like made with real pumpkins.
Yeah.
And people don't care
It's
about
supposed
that.
to
They
fake
want the cinnamon. They
styrofoam
want the pumpkin
pumpkins.
pie stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, so they
Pie
didn't
stuff.
buy it because of the
It
taste.
wasn't sweet. It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't pumpkin-y enough.
Well, that's why I
Correct.
think a lot of people don't like the Two Roads Rosemary's Baby. It's because it's pumpkin beer in a
rum
rum barrel,
Yeah.
right? So it's not that pumpkin-y flavor.
Right.
It's just more of like a
spice.
strong ale, flavor. I mean, I think it's good, but
Yeah.
I'm also not a basic bitch, so
Debatable.
She's not basic.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
HR's
Yeah.
calling you, Karl.
Again.
Carl's on the phone. Like, I said she wasn't basic. That's it. That's it. It's all said.
I was being nice.
Yeah, Carl, we got a lot of complaints from Waterfront Festival. They have to call HR complaining about you and all the comments you'd made downtown.
They were jokes.
He said, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
Oh, no
JK,
offense.
LOL. Yeah.
All right, let's do some questions.
Word.
Some of these are old, so
Oh,
hopefully
great.
they're not.
So on
too-
some-
Old
Us.
as an old question, or old as a
they're like old questions.
regurgitated question?
Oh, I can't wait to
Or
hear
an
about
old
COVID.
person asked this question.
Oh, that'd be better.
Uh,
Read it in an old voice.
I can't do old voices.
What?
I'm not a voice actor. Ben,
Well,
so
what are
when
you?
choosing
No,
a
right?
new place to tend bar, what does everyone look for? Me, it is firstly atmosphere, followed by drink selection and POS system.
Well, first of all, don't
Business.
apply to a bar that you don't know anything about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, if you walk into a bar or somebody walks into here and says, "Hey, I'd like to apply for a job." Well, what do you know about us? Oh, nothing. This is my first time here.
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
At least look up
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
and learn something, or
Yeah.
come in and look at the menu first.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
You'll give it some effort.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Karl. When I got the current job I have, I had never been there before, but I did read about them, and I asked a lot of people about them,
Right.
Right.
but I had never been there.
You did some research.
Yes.
But
Right.
you just had never been
Yep.
there.
But then I also worked before I accepted the job. I went in and did like a shadow shift with them to see what
Yeah.
it was.
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're new off the street and you don't know if you want to work there, then why are you applying?
Yeah. Well, because they're probably just rapid fire hit, like
I was
going
gonna
and
say,
collecting
I mean-
applications. They're not doing the research. They're just walking into every single business and getting an application.
Yeah.
So they need a job. They don't want a job.
Desperation's a stinky
Well,
cologne, Karl.
That, I mean,
That's not your car to
from
Same thing.
from the other standpoint, yeah, I don't want a job. I need a job. Like that's
No, because
There's a
some people
difference.
already are working
Like,
somewhere else
there-
and they want to work in a
want
different
a new
place. They
job.
want to
Sure,
leave.
right.
So they don't need a job. They already have one.
yeah, but I mean,
So they want
uh,
a new position in a new
job.
place.
I'm going to say that depends. Like, why are they leaving the other place? If it's like I've left jobs where I'm like, I need to get out of this place.
Was that job Home Depot?
Yes, it was.
There it is.
I didn't even say it.
I feel like we should do a tally.
I think I might say Home Depot more than anything.
But I
mean,
think if you
But well, I'm going to put it this way because there is that mentality. I've seen a lot of people talking about it of like, oh well, they're not working hard. Like people work jobs so they can have a life. Like,
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with someone going in and applying at every bar and restaurant up and down the street if they're a bartender and not knowing about it because in order to live in society, you need a job. I don't feel like you should have to do research on a place to work at.
Well, that's two
You
different
don't-
things. Though.
Yeah, you're talking
that's-
two different
Yeah,
things.
that's different.
You're talking like you said, desperation. You just
Yeah.
need a job.
I mean,
I
I'm
mean-
talking at every single one of us.
Yeah.
You cannot live in society and be a functioning human being and just be like, I'm not going to work.
no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So at that point, you need a job.
Well, I mean, everybody needs a job. Some of us have jobs.
That's-
At this moment in your life,
But
you
right
need a
now,
job.
now, he doesn't need a job.
Yeah.
Dan doesn't need a job because he has a job.
Right.
Yeah.
He wants to work somewhere else. Then that's a want to work or
Right.
leave his place.
You can be more selective.
So he's
in where
already
you go
got
to
the
work.
job.
But if you don't have a
I
job,
suppose.
Yeah.
But still, if you're looking to change job, I mean, you're not even changing jobs. You're not changing careers. You're looking to work the same job somewhere else. I don't know if you really need to do research.
you should.
Then
You should.
Yeah, because then what if you absolutely hate the place you're in?
Right.
Yeah, you're right back to where you
You're
are.
right back
Right.
to where you were. Why
That's
would you
right.
do research on
That
why
may
would you
be
walk
why-
into a place, either a store, restaurant, bar, whatever it is,
Right.
and know nothing about and then say I want to work here? You know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be right back in where you already started. You're
Right.
looking for another job that you don't hate.
Now, if it's a place you know and you're like, Jesus, I'd really like to work at that place, then you're all set.
Yeah.
Right.
It's called research.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Market research.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know if I agree. Because
Well, and there's also different levels of desperation.
this is also true.
So, like,
Because when I did leave Home Depot,
Yep.
I didn't.
That's
He brought
two.
it up.
that's two.
He brought it up. No, it's one. He said
That's
Home
two.
Depot last time.
Okay,
No,
good.
That's three.
two. I was absolutely desperate to get out of there,
Yep.
but I wasn't going to take something that was going to pay me less, or like you still have, even regardless of how desperate you are, you still have to make a certain amount so you can.
Well, I think there's two different kinds of desperation.
Yeah.
You mentally needed to get out of there,
Yeah.
but financially you didn't need to get out of there. Like, you could
Yeah.
still work that shitty job that you hated
Yeah.
until
another
you
month.
find the next
Yeah.
job.
I just want maybe.
Whereas
it's-
if you don't have that to fall back on, where you just have zero jobs, you can't be as selective. You
Yeah.
just need to start working.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's just an industry thing. I've never researched. For
I think
any
it is.
company
Like, you're
I've
not
ever
gonna go
applied.
work at a retail job and like look up their clothing. Like, you know what I mean?
That's and that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
I worked in a restaurant for 6 months, and my job search was, "Hey man, are you guys hiring?" From the other end of the bar,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Right.
"You start Wednesday."
Right.
I mean, but again, I knew that place, but I didn't do research. It just
Right.
happened to be.
No, but you knew the place.
And you were
Wait, wait.
there.
Yeah.
How
Like,
did you know that
physically
place?
walked to the
because
building.
I was drinking there all the time.
That's
Right.
called research.
yeah.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Oh wait, drinking
didn't-
is research.
Yeah,
Everyone
absolutely.
should do their research all the time.
You just
Well,
spending
I think-
time in that place
I
is
think
research.
I think it's also important, especially in a town where we have so many restaurants, to do your research on what this place is, because especially if you don't know anything about Plymouth and it's a brand new place, that's going to be a lot different of a business than a place that's established. So like, if you want to, as a bartender, if you want to start working somewhere and you didn't know it was brand new, that brand new place is going to have a lot of kinks that it's working out, right? So are you willing to put up with that? Are you willing to deal with that? Are you also willing to deal that if it's a brand new place, your business might plummet because everybody wants to go to the new place.
Yep.
And then it's going to go downhill, and then you might be making $1 bajillion in the beginning, and then now you're going to have to take a significant pay cut because the business is starting to slow down.
Or
is it because of the seasons?
Yep. Or you go into a place and, just I know nothing about this bar, but I'm an experienced bartender.
Yeah.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's a martini bar, and you got to make martinis all day long, and you're like,
Fuck this.
yeah, I'm not making martinis all night long. Or the opposite. You go into a bar and it's all draft beer, and you're like, well, I'm not using any of my skills because all I'm doing is pouring beer all day. Yeah. I'm pouring beer all day long. So you got to know what you're getting into. I mean, that's...
Yeah. So I think it is definitely an industry thing, especially where your pay is not just a regular paycheck.
Yeah, because in retail, it doesn't matter what you're selling. The
You're still
it's
gonna
advertising still the same.
Yep. Yep.
So
So the question was, what do you look for?
Yeah.
My thing was business. Yeah,
Environment's big though too.
Which could kind of coincide.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get a different type of business working at a place on the water than you with that kind of atmosphere than you are going to get working, say, at the Galway.
Yeah.
You probably can make the same amount of money as a bartender, but it's different business, different atmosphere.
Yeah.
It kind of goes together, though.
Yep.
So you know what I'm trying to say?
So are you saying like the clientele, like say a place down like Pine Hills, like Maribor, where you're going to have people with high expectations of your service opposed to the Galway, where you can be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And you can make the exact same money, but
Yep.
the atmosphere is completely different.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You work for it in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you willing to work at a fast-paced place where you're just going to be running in circles for hours? Or are
Yep.
you going to be like taking your time and leisurely talking and presenting bottles of wine and talking snooty?
And
Which
having
one do you wanna do?
Really learn the ins
Yep.
and outs,
Right.
as opposed to be like, I don't know, it's beer.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Have a Bud Light. Yeah.
I feel like this question is for Dan.
Yeah, let's go.
I feel like he's gonna weigh in on this one. Stephanie, when did green tea shots? What? What'd you say? You're a bitch. When did green tea shots become popular again? I feel like they were around for a short time a while ago, but now it's literally all these kids are drinking.
I don't think
She's
it
in
ever really
Wisconsin.
went away. Like, you know how
Yeah.
some shots kind of go up and down? I feel like green tea has always been there.
I'm trying
And I think green tea you can get everywhere, so people
Yeah.
in their mind,
Yeah.
it's like ordering a Tito's.
Yeah.
People
Yep.
who might not want the Tito's, it just
Right.
comes out.
Yeah,
Tito's
they'll
and
be like,
soda.
oh, let's do a shot. No
Right,
one
so
knows what
yeah, I
the fuck
think
it
that's
is.
it.
Nobody knows
Yellow
what
green
shots they
tea,
say
yeah.
green tea.
Yeah,
It's become the named
Yeah,
shot.
and it's also in my mind it is the approachable shot.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Where
even
you're
though
not
it's
like-
whiskey,
yeah,
it
'cause
doesn't
you're-
taste like whiskey. So like, even if a whiskey drinker wants it, that's fine. But if somebody isn't a whiskey drinker, it
I would
doesn't
like
really
to
taste
know
like it, so they can.
If
handle
green
it.
tea's just like this like northeast area.
But she's
Yeah,
from
that's
Wisconsin.
true.
Okay.
Ah, Wisconsin.
So yeah, because I don't like. Do they drink? Is Jameson big on the West Coast? As
I
much.
have no idea.
But I've also heard Jameson's the bartender's handshake. So
It's the bartender's hand.
I don't know. I'll tell you what
yeah,
though.
like
I-
shots of Jameson for you and the bartender.
I forget how much Dr. McGillicuddy's really is just South Shore mouthwash, because I went to P-Town last week and I asked for Dr. McGillicuddy's and the girl went, "What?" And I said, "Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol," and she goes, "Tell me what it is and I'll make it." And I go, "No, honey, it's a cordial." And I just stared blankly into her eyes and I went, "I'll just take a shot of Jameson." Like, it just,
I had no
I
idea.
always
Yeah.
forget how Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol is not everywhere, but it
I
is
tried to buy it in
all
New York.
South Shore.
They don't sell that
Yep,
shit at
they don't
all.
even sell it.
Yeah.
No
Oh yeah.
shit.
Actually, I went to Florida once and I asked for a Jaeger. Didn't even know what it was.
So I'm just doing you a favor. Imagine
That's true.
Jägermeister in
In
Florida. Fuck.
Gross.
That's when Jess got deported. And she's from here.
Somehow I ended up on a floating tube in the middle of the ocean to go back to Cuba, and I'm Italian, so I don't know how that happened.
Same thing.
But yeah, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because I always think of like the menthol one as being like the standard.
That's what I thought.
Because I like the one I like is butterscotch.
Yeah, that one's hard to find.
I think it's doctors in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
No idea.
it's
Yeah, but Fireball is the same company as Dr. McGillicuddy's, and Fireball is pretty much everywhere.
well, there's no.
Because it used to be Dr. McGillicuddy's, what was it called?
Cinnamon?
Peppermint or made of a cinnamon. Yeah,
Cinnamon. Chiminin?
and they just changed it. Marketing
I don't know.
genius.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a
Marketing
whole
behind that
thing
was
called
wild.
rumble mints in the world
Yeah,
too.
rumble
That
mints.
I think
I
battles
agree.
Dr. McGillicuddy's where
That's
Fireball stomped out Aftershock.
Yeah, that's right.
Aftershock. And what was the other one?
Goldschlager.
Goldschlager. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm
But
back
I
in high
think-
school already.
Puking up fucking
but
chunks
I
of
think
gold.
I think green tea never really went away, or at least around here. Like it's always been consistent green tea.
I don't know when it showed up. And,
Yeah, I don't know either.
like, I definitely do feel like
Somebody-
at one point we were doing more green tea shots.
Yeah, we batch them because we sell so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But somebody fairly recently, there was a big group of people over the last few weeks that were ordering white tea
Yes.
shots.
What
And
the
it
hell's
was-
that?
It's just Tito's instead of whiskey.
No.
Or vodka instead of
Story
whiskey.
Raz.
Stoli Raz?
Yeah.
What?
Story Raz.
Where are you from?
That's how they
I
make it
know.
in Boston.
Look, that's news to see. That's
Yeah.
news to me because it was just vodka and no flavor vodka.
Really?
Vodka, peach tree, and sour mix.
Yeah, we do Story Raz Peachtree style
What?
mix. Yeah.
Do I have to go make one right now so I can test out the difference?
If you want to, go ahead. I'm not taking it with you. I heard there's a.
Is there a black tea shot?
I heard orange tea. I discovered this weekend.
I don't know if the microphone picked that up. So. All
right, next question.
All right, next question. Well, Jess is making us a farewell shot. Who is responsible for creating the menu at your restaurant?
Karl.
Me.
Yeah, he does my
Jess.
restaurant too.
He does your
Dolly.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Depends on what menu you're talking about. Is it a food menu? Is it a drink menu? Is it the beer menu?
Well, let's
So
start
I think
with
it's
food menu.
it's a
that
compilation between the kitchen manager or your chef, depending on what you have, and the ownership.
Yep. I feel like if you have a chef, part of hiring them is you're responsible for the menu. Like, I feel like
No.
no.
Nope. In my opinion,
Okay.
because you can't give one person that sole ownership.
Okay.
There's just too many moving pieces on it.
Yeah, I think it depends where you are. Some, I'm sure there are, but it's probably not the whole menu.
Yeah.
A lot of times, the chef's vision of something is not the ownership's
Yeah.
vision of something. So you don't want to get too far off the rails of what your bar or restaurant is already. So depending on what the chef wants to do, I think it just has to be still okayed by ownership.
Yeah.
Which they probably aren't looking at from like a price point wise either.
Right.
Like, we're doing 2 lobsters.
You don't have a place
20
that
bucks.
does like hot dogs and grilled cheese, and then be like, "Whoa, we're doing foie gras."
Yeah, exactly. Yep. For us, it's like the owners, and I think they work with the kitchen manager for the food. And,
How often do they change the menus up?
a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe season.
3 at the most, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we change our menus at Tolson's all the time, but it's very little. So if something's not selling, we'll take it off and put something else on. We also have specials. So we have our everyday menu, and then we'll have specials for the weekend.
Yep.
And if those specials for the weekend do very, very well, then we'll put it on the menu and take something that's not selling off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There
Or
was,
just add it to the menu.
back when Lucioso's was in town, and they did a Big Mac pizza. It was goddamn amazing. And so the special was over, but we kept ordering it because we knew it was all stuff they had on hand.
Right.
And then, like, the next time they made the menus, they just added it to the menu because they're like, obviously, you guys want it.
Yo, I don't want that shit.
It's too bad.
All right. I was letting you know I'm not drinking it.
Next question is, so are we sampling 2 different white
Yeah,
tea
we're-
shots? Is
yep.
that okay? Carl, what's the next question?
No.
God damn it.
What is the best way to keep fried eggs?
Ooh, wait.
Keep them where?
How can I make big batches at a time?
First of all, what's
Can
fried
you?
egg?
Why would you?
Like
Oh, I
sandwich.
see. I'm thinking like a Scotch egg.
I did for a second too. I was like,
Well, no, I would think. I mean, obviously, it'd be a breakfast place. Like if you're doing.
There's no way. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
you got to make
yolk
them
would
to order.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a huge place or hire somebody else to work with you.
get a
Yeah.
robot.
Get a bigger griddle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say go to Dunkin' Donuts and get the breakfast sandwich, and you'll never want to do that.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
they're
true.
Not good and tasteless.
How to keep a fried egg. I mean, the only thing I can think of is scrambled.
Well,
You
that's
could only
not a
do that
fried
for
egg.
so long.
right.
You can only handle it for.
I'm sure you can keep it, but yeah, like how long could you keep it? You
How
can't.
long?
No.
30 minutes at most before
Yeah.
it dries out.
Now, are they talking about going up and put it on a buffet? Then
I
that's
think that may be-
something else.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
But then you would go scrambled, I would think,
Yeah.
right.
because you figure.
Because if you're going to do the sandwiches, you would pre-make the sandwiches and just sell the buffet with the sandwiches already made.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's-
mean, there's
that's a
grocery
strange-
stores that do that pre-make the sandwiches. And I mean, that's
Yeah, but that's
technically-
hard. Like, it's over hard.
Yeah.
So everything's already cooked. So if they're trying to do a fried egg that's anything but scrambled or over hard,
But I suppose
there's
then
no
you would have
way.
to do it over hard.
Right.
There's your solution. Do it over hard.
Over hard.
Over hard. Where'd Dan go?
He's not
That's
participating.
all right. Next question.
Well,
No, we're
I was gonna
ta-
do
we're
last
tasting.
call.
Oh, we're doing last
So I
call.
was gonna do last call for
With a
tasting.
shot. Ugh.
So what's what?
Okay,
What do we
the
do?
one in front of you
This one?
is just plain vodka.
Okay.
Just plain vodka.
Just plain vodka. Green
With?
tea, with peach tree and sour mix. Okay.
Okay.
Not my favorite.
Nah, yeah. Don't love it.
And then this one is with raspberry vodka, peach tree, and sour mix.
That's much better.
A little better. I don't know if I would say much, but I'm
Yeah.
not a big shot guy myself.
And it's vodka, so you can only make it so much.
I
better.
mean, there wasn't that huge of a difference.
No.
Oh, you really didn't think so?
No.
I thought so.
No.
I mean,
So I guess you just put anything in it and it's a white tea shot. Doesn't matter.
as long as it's clear.
yeah.
No one's gonna know.
First of all, if you're doing shots, you're not gonna notice.
Yeah.
And second
well,
of all,
if you're doing that mix shot, you probably don't need it
yeah.
at all.
And then there's always the that's how we make it here.
Yeah.
See, I learned that from this show.
Aw, see, this is how we do things.
So that's last call.
Woohoo.
Last call.
I keep thinking he's taking photos.
I know. What are you doing on your
games
phone?
on his phone, guys.
Making
He's
sure
spying.
that my employees have showed up for work, and they
Aha.
have not yet.
Uh-oh.
What time are they supposed to be there?
Call
10.
them.
Oh, that's bad. All right, so this part where we go around, we can plug whatever we like. So we're gonna start with Jess.
When's this going to be out? Not in time for me to make whatever statement I'm going to make.
Probably now.
Come to our Christmas festival.
It's gonna be out before that.
Well, I'm not taking any chances.
It's gonna come out in September.
In September?
Yeah,
Come
well,
to our Halloween party in October.
Something that's not cool.
What?
I'm over here. I'm like, I had something in my head that I was gonna plug, and now I can't.
Sorry.
remember.
Actually, no. I mean, we're starting to plan all of this stuff for the holidays, but we just booked a pretty cool Halloween party with Bayside High. So they're going to do their Halloween party. They're going to do all sorts of contests, and they're going to have all sorts of. They always get dressed up, but they're gonna make it be huge. So
What's the date on that?
that's the 20. Oh my God, what's
It's the 28th.
28th?
Saturday.
I think. Yeah, the Saturday is the 28th, October 28th. I don't think
Today is
they're going to
also
be.
August 28th, so I kind of just
damn.
threw your entry.
They're not going to be pre-selling tickets, but just keep an eye on. Just keep an eye out on our Facebook and Instagram. But
There will be
Bayside
tickets
High,
for sold,
they are. How do you know?
You already bought them all.
Finish your statement, and I'll do my plug.
I don't like where this is
Awkward.
going.
Carl.
Let's go. I got things to do.
Oh my fucking God!
He's gonna go open his
Gonna
restaurant.
go, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Go.
plug the Hometown Haunts and Hops
Okay.
Horror Convention on October 28th.
Yeah.
With the after party at Newton World Tavern with Bayside High,
Okay.
and you can buy VIP tickets, which include admission to Bayside High.
How the fuck do I not know about this?
I
Till
literally,
just now.
I literally reached out to you and said, "Hey, can we do
Nope.
the after party?" That
Yeah, but you did say VIP tickets. You said after party.
Yeah.
You sent
Usually
it
that's
on
free.
Facebook, Jess.
And I've been banned from it for a week and a half.
That's why. Who do you think banned you?
I hacked your account. Moo-ha-ha. But we're going to have Matthew G. Taylor from Resident Evil there. We're going to have a actress that was in Scream, and I'm blanking on her name.
Nev
Nev
Campbell.
Campbell.
No, not that big.
Drew Barrymore.
We're going to have live podcasts. We're working on doing some Five Nights at Freddy's promo stuff. That movie comes out like the day before. We're going to have Dancing Witches. I don't know really what the hell that's about.
Are they gonna conjure up a spell?
I don't know.
Room.
They're gonna make
tassels.
Andy grow
They-
5 more inches.
They were very adamant about that they do traditional dancing. So I don't know what that means.
as
but
opposed to
Go fun.
interpretive.
I guess we're gonna have photo booths. It'll be a whole fun day. You can get tickets. Go to inebriart.com. Check it out.
You told us all this information, but where is it?
Mayflower Brewery.
Ah!
Damn.
But the after party's at New World Tavern.
Yes, after parties at New World Tavern.
All right, so I've been a big advocate for a long time that bartenders should carry squirt guns to spray people.
Not real guns.
But I have a new idea.
It's not a
That
new gun. A real gun.
it's not. They carry swords. No, I think we should carry penalty flags or penalty cards for you soccer people, and we can throw them when you're being a dickhead. Like, oh, flags.
Red card, you're out.
Yellow card, that's a warning. Red card, get the fuck out of the bar. That'd be so much fun.
How many flags would you have to have? Quite a few.
Yeah.
No, you pick it up off the ground.
I'm not picking up the.
It's on you.
Yeah. Then you gotta go buy more
Then
flags.
you might want to be on the penalty card.
Yeah.
See, just pick it up in your pocket. You get a red challenge flag. When they try to say this shouldn't be on their tab. Like, oh,
challenge flag.
challenge. Go back to the tape. Call New York.
Back to the tape.
What do you got, Carl?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll promote. Drink what you like. Don't let the naysayers on pumpkin beer sway it. If you like the beer, drink it. I don't care if it's Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light, craft
Spring Ale's
beer.
gonna be out by the time this podcast comes out. So
Oh, Spring Ale?
yeah.
Drink the leftover pumpkin that I still have.
In December.
And that's it.
Cool. All right. You guys can follow us on all the social medias at Bar Talk Cast. You can email us at bartalkcast@gmail.com with all your questions, complaints, hate mail, whatnot. And follow us on TikTok. There's a
Yikes.
Bar Talk TikTok.
Yeah, why are all my videos have no sounds? It's fucked
What are you
up.
talking about?
Oh, that's on
They have
Instagram.
sound.
On Instagram,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
all have
that's,
sounds.
I don't know what's going on there.
somehow-
Isn't that
it's
called
just-
X now?
What?
That's Twitter.
That's Twitter.
Twitter's
Um,
Instagram?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Is Twitter?
No.
Twitter is X.
Facebook.
Twitter is
Yes.
X. No one uses MySpace.
Right, yeah. Live journal is
But
not a thing
yeah,
anymore.
it's got clips up from all the day drinking, and it's a lot of fun.
If you want to see Karl without a shirt on
There's
multiple times.
There's a lot of.
Just walk around
Carl.
downtown Plymouth on
I
Sundays.
did get a lot of
Yeah,
comments
true.
on that.
Yeah.
What?
What were
About
the comments?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
What a good-looking guy I am.
Okay.
Have I been working out?
Your pecs look phenomenal.
It seems like
Carl's
every
mom
episode
found
your
your
sister's in
TikTok.
gets a lot of likes. So check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Bar Talk TikTok.
All right.
See you later.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/inebriart to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at inebriart.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at inebriart or at inebriart6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebriart, and all the other shows on the Inebriart Network, which you can find at inebriart.com. Thanks again for listening.